When the Mediterranean sun begins its graceful descent into late summer and the golden coastlines of Spain shimmer in their final blaze of vacation glow, all eyes subtly turn back to the rhythm of routine. Amidst the backdrop of beachside serenity and cultural excursions, a quieter but significant transition begins to unfold in the royal halls of the Zarzuela Palace. Queen Letizia of Spain, ever graceful and astutely attuned to both duty and family, prepares to embrace one of her most symbolic roles of the year, the ceremonial inauguration of the academic school year. This annual moment, while seemingly routine, resonates deeply with the Spanish public. It represents not just the return of students to classrooms, but also the visible commitment of their queen to public education, modern monarchy, and the future of Spanish youth. In the private chambers where Queen Letizia, King Felipe VI, and their daughters, Princess Leonor and Infanta Sofía, have spent much of their summer retreat, plans have quietly shifted from leisure to responsibility. The family, often seen enjoying understated holidays away from public spectacle, cherishes these intimate moments, an ethos instilled by Letizia herself, who has always valued both the role of the media and the importance of keeping certain familial experiences sacred. But just as the pages of August begin to turn, preparations intensify. Leonor, the heiress presumptive, is coming of age in the public eye, while her sister Sofía stands confidently as a symbol of continuity and support. This transition from relaxation to regality is more than a calendar shift, it is a reawakening of Spain's royal symbolism. Every September, as students line up in anticipation at public schools across the nation, Queen Letizia arrives not with pomp or ceremony, but with humility and attentiveness. She walks through school gates not merely as a figurehead, but as a mother, a former journalist, and a woman who understands the nuanced intersection of public duty and human connection. Her choice of school each year is never random. It is carefully selected based on regional rotation, educational achievement, or social emphasis, each visit a gesture of royal recognition to communities across Spain that might otherwise go unnoticed. This year's visit is particularly anticipated, not only because it marks another year of tradition but because of the emotionally charged context surrounding Spain's changing educational climate and the broader reflections of monarchy in the 21st century. Queen Letizia's presence in classrooms offers more than a photo opportunity. It brings national attention to the importance of teachers, the infrastructure of public education, and the dreams of young Spaniards who look to her not just as a royal, but as a relatable maternal figure. It's a role she wears naturally, perhaps more comfortably than crowns or court rituals, stemming from her background in journalism and her lived experiences outside the palace. Letizia's steady involvement in educational affairs mirrors her own daughter's academic journeys. Princess Leonor's commitment to military and academic training, recently intensified through her attendance at the General Military Academy in Zaragoza, has drawn admiration across political and cultural lines. Her sister Sofía, still completing her education at the United World College in Wales, represents another path, one that emphasizes global awareness, multiculturalism, and the core values of youth engagement. Their respective choices showcase the diverse directions of modern royalty, one steeped in duty and the other in global citizenship. Both are reflections of the strong maternal guidance offered by Queen Letizia, who remains grounded in the importance of learning, service, and emotional intelligence. But the return to school season doesn't only affect the younger royals. For Letizia, each annual school inauguration is an evolving statement. It reaffirms the monarchy's proximity to the people, a connection she has worked tirelessly to nurture. Unlike royal families who often remain at a distance, Spain's monarchy under Letizia and Felipe has taken strides to remain approachable, relatable, and accountable. Her presence among teachers and students each September serves as a moment of renewal, reminding Spaniards that the crown is not only a symbol of historical legacy but a living part of their society's progress. The symbolic power of Queen Letizia's return to the school setting is amplified by the subtle choreography of the royal household's communications. The release of this event each year, usually accompanied by carefully selected photographs and minimal but meaningful commentary, evokes a powerful response in both the media and public imagination. It revives memories of past visits, to rural schools, to multicultural communities, to centers of inclusion and innovation, and it sets the tone for the year ahead. Through these gestures, Letizia crafts a monarchy that is less about spectacle and more about social resonance. Behind the scenes, King Felipe VI plays a supportive and steady role. While Letizia often takes center stage in the school year inaugurations, Felipe's overarching influence in royal duties, from diplomatic meetings to constitutional matters, allows her the freedom to pursue more personalized engagements. Together, they form a modern monarchic partnership, balanced, strategic, and quietly unified. This unity is increasingly vital in a world where monarchies must continually prove their relevance in democratic societies. And in Spain, where Republican sentiment simmers beneath the surface, these humanizing efforts by the royal family, particularly Queen Letizia, go a long way in sustaining public trust. Public anticipation over which school Letizia will visit this year continues to build. Speculation is rife in the press, from Asturias to Andalusia, about where the Queen's footsteps will fall. Each community holds its breath with hope. For a small public school tucked away in a rural province, a royal visit means national attention, much-needed resources, and validation. For the students, it's a story they'll tell for life, a morning when their classroom became the center of the nation's gaze. Even more, there is an emotional element to this annual rite. For Queen Letizia, each visit is a reminder of her own transformation, from journalist to princess, from commoner to queen, from private citizen to national figurehead. Her personal growth mirrors the academic journeys she supports. She knows what it means to study hard, to adapt, and to lead. In every classroom she steps into, Letizia brings a silent story of resilience, one that resonates powerfully with teachers and children alike. And so, as the royal family prepares to move from the quiet joys of summer into the renewed responsibilities of autumn, the nation watches closely. Letizia's school visit is not just about tradition, it's about intention. It marks the start of another cycle in which the Spanish crown reasserts its social purpose, not from thrones or balconies, but from chalkboards and gymnasiums. It's in these modest settings that the Queen continues to define what modern royalty can look like: visible, engaged, relevant, and deeply human. In every student's smile and every teacher's handshake, there is a silent affirmation that Spain's royal family is present, not as rulers above the people, but as participants in the nation's most vital endeavors. Education, after all, is the cornerstone of progress. And by choosing to return to school year after year, Queen Letizia is making more than a statement, she's making a promise. As Queen Letizia steps into yet another school this September, she does so not just with duty, but with grace, with passion, and with a heart full of purpose. The ritual may repeat, but its meaning deepens each year. And so we ask you, what do you believe the role of royalty should be in shaping the future of education? If you enjoyed this royal deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating stories about royal families from around the world. Drop your thoughts in the comments, we love hearing what you think.